Welcome to Arthur Wood's investigation. Right off the bat, let's get started. I have a question for all of you. If a booster made a sizable donation to UGA with a stipulation that Mike Bobo would have to be the offensive coordinator. We'll repeat that in case you didn't quite hear. If a UGA donor made a sizable donation to UGA with a stipulation that Mike Bobo would have to be the offensive coordinator, how would you feel about that? Well, there's a report out that indeed that did happen. We know the names of the booster and the amount, but we won't disclose that until we can verify that information. It is the primary focus of all our investigators contributing to this far-reaching investigation that began in 2008. 7 years of research. 7 years of research was just scuttled the day Mike Bobo was fired from UGA, or left any way you want to describe it. But the very second that he was announced as a replacement for Todd Monken, who had a dangerous, explosive offense, we reopened this investigation. 2.5 years later, we have a major breakthrough. But this investigation has been like trying to break an iceberg with a toothpick. The results of the team were exactly as to be expected when Bobo came back. You know how it went. He was 12-0, but he didn't win the big game, and his stats were lower, and they didn't win as impressively. Next year, they lost 3 games, and this year, probably 5. We'll get to why. That's just our opinion. Now we're dealing with the facts. So the team dropped off in production just as expected. Bobo is predictable. But is that why he may have been hand-picked by a booster? And so why would a booster want a championship team to flounder? For going on 3 years. Why would the UGA media be so sensitive to criticism of Mike Bobo? So when this breakthrough is confirmed to our standards, which is it's absolutely true, we're not going to report on it until we know it's true. We know exactly that we didn't read it wrong. It's just maybe not what we thought. We'll find out that that's what we're working on right now. And so until we get another footprint, we have no choice but to follow it. Until we get another footprint, we have no choice but to follow it. So far, the footprints seem to be leading to an answer. documented that it's at least very possible that a booster with the proper amount of money could pick a coach for Georgia and maybe elsewhere as well. It seems like it's a big problem. Auburn and Florida, Tennessee have had a lot of trouble from donors that have power. The Spire Group at Tennessee basically had their tentacles all in that program. When Jeremy Pruitt got them in probation, they had to reorganize. That little hornet's nest got blew up. So tell me how big this hornet nest might go once we break it all down. Again, allegedly, Prominent Booster has donated a certain amount of money to UGA with the stipulation that Mike Bobo will be the offensive coordinator. That means the Kirby Smart can't fire him, if that's the case. I'm pretty sure a huge donation outranks Kirby Smart. What's really going on here? Why would somebody want to handpick a coordinator, Paul? Well, you might like the predictability. Well, yeah, because Bobo is certainly predictable. Let me tell you what we discovered with all of our research, you and I, for 2.5 years. We go game for game and we take a look at betting against Georgia, and we take a look at those odds, we write them down, and we've tracked the game at the end of the day. And it's not like we had to look it up. We tracked the Vegas odds on spread, fantasy, and over-under, and that's a 90% win betting against Georgia. I mean, maybe your enemy could donate and get a bad coach. This is terrible. You shouldn't let that happen. A booster has no business picking a coordinator. And it looks like it might have happened. Again, allegedly, but we're this close to proving it. And I don't think they'll even deny it. This is the motivations that might come into play. So, again, Paul, you didn't answer the question. Why would you want to pick a coordinator? Well, if you could have a 90% win betting against Georgia by picking the coordinator, I guess that might be profitable in some way, Paul. Yeah, it probably would be, Arthur. So, it looks like, if this checks out, we indeed have a breakthrough. And we'll have to get public opinion swelling. You can't let a booster pick your coordinators.